Okay, good morning, guys. So, just to recap, what has begun, what began as a job hunting excursion to the United States from Canada, uh, Toronto, Ontario, Canada, um, has led me to this point today. So I am, doing a course, a program. It's not a full degree. So I say a program at Harvard University for mature professionals. I am 45 years old, even though I look like I am a retarded 20-year-old, right? I am 45 years old, even though I look like a retarded 20-year-old. So I am doing a program at Harvard University, and it is for Internet and Society copyright, which has to do with my field of professionalism, which is digital marketing and digital communications, all that stuff, but not hardware or development. Not development, I should say. Digital communications, but not development. More like promotions. Anyways, so I repeat that funny joke. I am 45 years old, mature professional, even though I look like a retarded 20-year-old. Um, okay, so what do I want to share with you for my job hunting diary? Along with Harvard, have you know, have I applied to work to jobs? I did, but obviously, so the first time I applied, what I learned about my profile, my application, are these things I need to work on in order to, right? It's foreign. It's foreign. What do you call it? Foreign work, right? So um, I have to improve my credit score, right? And the reason is because I already own a house in Canada, so I got lazy. It's kind of like once you own a house, you don't have to tidy it up. You know what I mean? Yeah, if you live in a hotel, it's funny. Imagine like you're staying in a hotel or somebody's house as a guest. Every day when you're waiting, you're all very tidy, right? But if you own your own place, you get a little bit messy. It's kind of like that with the credit score. I had already owned my own place, so my personal credit situation, I let it get messy. What do you mean by messy? Like I shop too much, so I owe the bank money. Like shopping, like jackets and watches and stuff. I get a little bit messy, right? But when you're a guest in someone's house, you're a little bit tired, right? After you take a shower in the morning, you fold your clothes, right? So I own my house, and my credit score was a little bit messy, so I had to straighten it out because they don't know me. These people I'm applying, these companies I'm applying to, they don't know me. They only know the information, right? So I had to do that. So now I'm up around 700, which is a fair, good credit score. Okay, it means that I'm just a regular person, right? What else? And then I was thinking of improving my postgraduate education. And like you, I looked at the greater economy, and there was several situations going on. All right, they like in the U.S. and when people get laid off, they're offering you career retraining. But like I said, I'm 45, even though I look like a 20-year-old retarded kid. So I looked at retraining, and it's like, quickly, like you can tell right off the bat if that option is right for you. And say, I'm too old. I'm too old. So I looked at um, more other stuff like a master's in business, right? And I got in a few programs, but then um, I realized, and then I started taking those programs, right? And then what I realized was the economy is going to drag on, like at a low level for a long time. By the time I finish, I probably finish before things bounce back up. And also, it didn't seem to really impress people. Um, not for the task that I would be applying for. So one day I just found this Harvard development thing, and so now I get to put Harvard on my resume. And they say build a life, but what the fuck are you gonna send to people? Like your driver's license, your social security card? Like what the fuck are you gonna send to a job when you apply to it? You know, here's a photo of me in kindergarten. Here's a photo of me on spring break. Here's my driver's license. Like when you apply for work, what the fuck are you gonna send to them? Not your fucking life photo album. You send them to a resume. I know what the guy is talking about. Focus on your life and put it on your resume. Don't be a yes man, right? Focus on your life. You know, be a, the real thing, and put that on your resume. But the joke is, what the fuck are you gonna send to people? Are you gonna send them like photo albums of your high school and shit like that? No, you gotta send them your resume, right? So to cut the story short, like now I can put Harvard on my resume. I'm in Harvard. The life is I'm in Harvard. And put that on my resume. It looks a lot better. I can also say my credit score is, for someone who is seeking immigration, my credit score is 700. It's okay. It's a good immigrant, right? A good immigrant. Also, Canadian citizen, credit score 700 in Harvard. A good immigrant, right? So, but like I said, the joke is, what am I gonna send them? My fucking family photo album? You gotta send them a resume, right? So, but I know what he's saying. He's saying do it like me, be the real deal. All right, so today, all right, is my microphone on? Is my microphone even fucking on? Anyways, today, we got our credit. Is my fucking microphone on? What fuck is this? On? Is my microphone on? What the fuck is this? Anyways, today we got our credit score up. We are in Harvard, all that stuff. But now we're trying to lower our bills. And at this point, I am saving about $200, $300 a month because I've been able to lower the interest payments on my credit card. So I'll show you. All right. So I wonder if I have my old credit card. I don't know I have one. I had like let's say I had this credit card, right? This is the only credit card I had, right? And everything was on here, and the interest payment was like 20%. Let's say 20%. So one night I found another credit card. Let's say this one, and the interest payment on this was like less, right? So I can move some of the money onto this one. It's still the same. The two add up to the same amount I owe, but this owes less. And lo and behold, the next night I found another credit card. So now, after moving a little bit onto the second one, I can move even more onto this new one. And so they all add up to the same amount I owe. But because the interest on this one and interest on this one is so much lower than this one, I'm saving every month in interest payments up to or averaging $200 to $300 a month after. This is after I buy groceries, after I buy cigarettes, after I pay the mortgage, after I pay the electricity, after everything. I am saving 200 to 300 each month the whole year. It's like the first month I might save 100, and then the second month it adds up to like another 250. By the time it's like December, I can literally bank $700 if I don't shop all the time. If all I do is just bank money every month, it's between 200 and 300 average over 12 months, each of the 12 months. But some days it's like $50. Some days it's $100. Some months it's at $50. Some months it's $200. Some months it's like $700. I can literally bank. So so that's my job hunting diary. Does this have to do with job hunting? Well, it's a long process. So you know, it's like nitroglycerin. It's a long process. It's a long it's a cannonball run, right? It's a cannonball run, right? It's not drag racing. It's cannonball run. So you gotta save gas. You gotta know how to drive the vehicle. All right, all that stuff. So that is my job hunting diary. If you don't hear this, it only happened once. Totally unscripted, incredible, beautiful looking, everything only happened once in your whole fucking life. Unbelievable. If the microphone is not on, I feel sorry for you. Bye-bye.